Hi there, it's me again, your Lavanya. We are continuing our discussion on Thiruvarutpayan, verse number 53. Seivaanum, Seivinaiyum, 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 Uivan Ulan Endru Unar. I'm repeating it once again. Seivaanum, Seivinaiyum, 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 Uivan Ulan Endru Unar. As in, today's verse talks about the 5-syllable mantra which is called as Namasivaya or Sivaya Nama. One thing that we have to remember while uttering the mantra is it should be pronounced in a proper manner, because mantras have medicinal value, medicinal effect, emotional effect and spiritual effect when it is uttered correctly. We are not supposed to pronounce it as Namah Shivaya. That is a wrong pronunciation. Shivaya Nama is also a wrong pronunciation. It is Sivaya Nama. Also, we are not supposed to say this as Sivaya Namaha or Sivaya Namaka. Those are not mantras. Just for fun, probably it sounds good, it sounds a little bit attractive or whatever, it sounds a little bit interesting. So probably we can just pronounce it for fun's sake, but it will not give us the effect that it is intended for. If you want the intended benefit, we need to pronounce it correctly, because all these are mantras. Mantras are very, very effective. Profound mantra is Namasivaya or Sivaya Nama. Now, one thing we need to remember is, because of the audio cassettes, the commercial audio cassettes, when they are pronouncing it, they are saying it as Sivaya Namaha. But that is not the right pronunciation. For songs, probably it is okay, but when it comes to mantra, we need to pronounce it correctly. Okay, now let's look at this. What do you mean by Sivaya Nama or Namasivaya? We have already discussed about this in Unmai Vilakkam. These 5 letters are not just letters, these are words. It's not just a symbolic representation. These means some serious things in this world. C stands for Shiva, which is the Almighty, which is the God, which is Padi. So when you talk about Va, it is the grace. So C is Almighty, Va is the grace, Ya is life, soul. So something like this. You have already seen this. I'm not getting into the details. So Sivaya Nama, right? All these are 5 words, not just letters. That is something we need to remember. Today's verse 53, is actually a representation of the 5-letter syllable, which is Sivaya Nama. Let's look at the verse once again. It says, there are few things that you need to realize, that it is their existence, the existence of certain things that we need to know, certain elements that we need to know, certain concepts that we need to know. What are those? The first one is the soul. The soul is the one who is going to perform the action. So the action performer is one. The second one is, what are they doing? So they are performing an action, right? So performing an act is the second. So performer is the first one. Performing an act is the second one. Because of the act, there is an effect. As we said already, cause and effect. So because of the act, we are ending up with a cause. We are ending up with an effect. Now you look at it, the third one is the effect. So we have seen 3 things: performer, the action that we are doing, and because of the action, we are getting into an effect. Now, what is the work of the Almighty? His work is the most difficult work in this world. What he is doing is, he is identifying the right effect and attaching it with the right soul. In our belief, the old traditional Vedic beliefs, we usually say that whenever I do something, it will affect my children rather, or whatever my parents did, it will have an effect on me. But that is a humbug story according to Saiva Siddhantam. because Saiva Siddhanta is very, very clear, and it has got a lot more logical approach for that. If I say whatever my parents did and that is coming on me, that is dawning on me, the concept of karma, it's getting a bit questionable. Second one is, in this birth they are my parents, but previous birth I don't know whether I was their parent or they were my parents, or what was our relationship, we don't know. In this birth they are our parents, that's it. So if you look at it, what is God's work, what is Almighty's work, is very simple. He is relating the soul with some, or rather all the other people who can give us the intended kind of reflection or the effect that we have already gone through. So basically, if I had to go through certain sorrow, what is the nature of sorrow? He will try to link with such kind of people so that I'm realizing the benefit of my own karma. So the karma is not given to us by someone, it is our own, whatever we did in all our previous births. So that is what the fourth one talks about, Seivaanum, which means the person who is actually attaching the soul with the right karma, or the effect of the karma rather. So all these are existing. So one thing we need to remember is all these are permanent, all these are there, all these are permanently existing in this earth. That is what verse 53 talks about. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, bye-bye.